Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
First down, Raiders.
Looking to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown Raiders. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if...
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. DeForest Buckner, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And
he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Second and 9 now. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
7-7, our score after 1.
With the score time 7-7.
Kaepernick now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. On the handoff, Taylor. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
And he will be out of bounds well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively.
Well, it was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Off the option, here's Jacobs.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. That's caught by Waller out left side. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They're going option play on 3rd down.
That's what it is, baby.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Here's 2nd and 8. Sliding out of the pocket.
And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
Makes the score Raiders 22, Colts 7.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Give to Taylor out of the gun.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And this is back to an 8-point game.
Colts 14. Rodrigo
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
On the return comes Drake. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, 83 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. They'll roll him out right. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Kaepernick wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
On the return comes Drake. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. right, Coach. Thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Rolling to his right.
And he will find his man Ruggs.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury. Oh, able to avoid him. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Here's Kaepernick. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20.
One play at a time.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
On the return comes Drake. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Try to punch it in with Taylor. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. Kaepernick going to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A 3rd quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
To throw is Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Clelin Ferrell able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter.
So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And now off to the races down the right side.
They are not ready.
And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. On 2nd down now. It's Jacobs. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And a Raider 1st down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
2nd and 16.
Back to throw here.
He'll look downfield for Waller.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears won't realize as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Rodgers on the return.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right. 4 down, 4 down. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Kaepernick. And he's got his man on the out route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw, Kaepernick. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
And the Raiders are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
74 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Kaepernick now to throw.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
On first down, it's Grant. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Now Pirine. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Jonathan Taylor
taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
On the return comes Drake.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They're going to look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Still going.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to